A 17-year-old teen is arrested for alleged drug trafficking after his 16-year-old friend died. Health Chief Lo Chung-mau reveals the city's third medical school recommendation will be coming ahead of the policy address in September. And the death toll in the Thailand-Cambodia border clashes hits 32 as fears grow of a larger conflict breaking out between the neighbours. Good evening, you're watching Cable News. I'm Jeremy Zhu. A 17-year-old student was arrested on suspicion of drug trafficking after a 16-year-old boy was found unconscious at home and later died in the hospital 2 days ago, suspected of taking space oil drug, among other drugs. This marks the second tragic incident within a week where a teenager died of suspected space oil drug vaping. Evelyn Bai reports.
Police arrested a 17-year-old student suspected of bringing drugs to the deceased's home for consumption. Wong Chek-kei, inspector of the Eastern Police District's Anti-Child Unit, noted that detectives found 2 suspected space oil drug capsules, 2 vape sticks, nearly 14 grams of cannabis, and 5 millimeters of suspected crystal meth. Additionally, 494 packets of suspicious powder were seized from the boy's bed. Just last Sunday, another 17-year-old Pakistani youth was found dead at home, where similar drugs, including space oil drug, were also discovered. Social worker from the Federation of Youth Groups, Liu Man, emphasized that combining different drugs increases the risks of death. He urged parents to be vigilant about their children's behavior, such as spending excessive time in their rooms and joining groups that share drug-related information. According to the Security Bureau, 457 individuals were reported for drug use for the first time in the first quarter of the year, including 28 who were under 16. Among those under 21, 26 individuals were reported for using various types of drugs, up 13% year-on-year. Evelyn Bai, Cable News.
Police have seized 30 kilograms of suspected cocaine with an estimated street value of $24 million, arresting a 33-year-old local man in connection with the haul. Officers raided a subdivided flat in an industrial building in Kwun Tong, uncovering 30 individually wrapped 1-kilogram bricks of the illicit substance. Police believe the drug trafficking syndicate intentionally operated in the mixed commercial residential district to avoid detection. The suspect has been charged with trafficking in dangerous drugs and will appear at Kwun Tong Magistrates Court on Monday. The task group on the new medical school is set to complete the evaluation and submit recommendations to the chief executive ahead of the September policy address. Speaking to iCable News, Secretary for Health Lo Chung-mau expressed hope that the new institution complements the existing 2 medical schools and avoids unhealthy competition. Evelyn Bai reports.
Following 2 meetings with universities that submitted proposals, which are Hong Kong Baptist University, the Hong Kong Polytechnic University, and the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology, the health chief said the Bureau and the task group will summarize 3 proposals and submit to the chief executive in the short term. The final decision is in the hands of the chief executive, followed by executive council meeting under the mechanism, Lo said. When asked about the winning conditions for the new medical school, particularly regarding funding, Lo emphasized that money is not the most critical factor, as the quality of medical training is paramount. Health is the greatest wealth, and we cannot cut corners just because of money, Lo added.
我哋嘅初步估計大概係50個度啦嚇。
Targeting second undergraduate degree students, Lo revealed that the initial intake of the new medical school is expected to be about 50 students, with a proposed ratio of 1 non-local student for every 2 or 3 local students. He also expressed confidence that non-local graduates from the new medical institution would remain to serve and pursue specialist training or even settle down in the city. Evelyn Bai, Cable News.
Chief Executive John Lee said the government's efforts to promote tourism have attracted 24 million visitors in the first half of the year, a 12% year-on-year increase, providing a strong economic lift to retail, catering, and hospitality industries. In a social media update, the city chief said the government will keep developing new attractions and organizing large-scale events to maintain the city's appeal. He emphasized the goal of offering diverse experiences daily, ensuring visitors enjoy high-quality services and leave with positive memories. Lee also noted that public consultations for the next policy address have begun, with the first community engagement session taking place tomorrow in Hong Kong. He encouraged residents to share innovative ideas for the tourism sector, helping the government and industry identify effective strategies to sustain visitor growth. Hong Kong Disneyland has donated $5 million to local public hospitals and youth development, with half of the donations allocated to renovate the interiors of 8 hospitals, bringing beloved characters to child patients. Evelyn Bai has the story.
At Two Moon Hospital, the waiting hall has undergone a transformation from a bland space to one decorated with vibrant murals featuring various Disney characters. Meanwhile, Mickey and Minnie made a surprise visit to check on the young patients, bringing smiles and joy to those waiting for care. This girl said seeing the delightful Disney character murals made her feel more relaxed while waiting to see the doctor, contrasting with the previous dull colors of the waiting hall. Deputy Hospital Chief Executive of Two Moon Hospital, Lee Chek-ho, noted that the new renovations have brought significant positive changes to the hospital.
After all this new decoration and also the wallpaper, actually it makes this outpatient clinic, the waiting hall, the atmosphere is totally changed. In past, our children come back, will have a more anxious mood, because they worry, they will need to see the doctor. But now they can see so many Disney friends with them. One, my patient come in and told me, although she is worrying her illness, but she find her good friend Elsa is here. And then she told me, Elsa is very strong. I will like Elsa so strong so that I don't afraid of my illness.
Managing Director of Hong Kong Disneyland, Michael Moriarty, expressed hope that improving the internal environment will invigorate the hospital experience.
This marks a meaningful new chapter in our journey, growing our legacy of care, bringing comfort to young patients, and creating moments of joy where they're needed the most.
Additionally, a mobile movie theater has been introduced within the hospital, playing Disney animations to help ease the anxiety of young patients during their wait. Evelyn Bai, Cable News.
With the current care team service agreements set to conclude between late September and mid-October, the government has prepared and made adjustments for the second term by evaluating their performance and use of resources. Home and Youth Affairs Secretary Alice Mak said the goal was to ensure smooth service, meet local needs, and offer comprehensive support. Best Leung reports.
One of the planned changes is to increase the number of care teams to 455 from 452 to meet changing community needs, such as splitting the large area of Sha Ta in North District into 2 sub-districts of Shuttlecock and Taco Lane for better service. Additionally, Shan Shui Rural in North District and Hang Hau West will each get a new team due to growing populations. Mac said current teams will be invited to take part in the second term, and if someone withdrew, those teams selected for the first term would be invited to take over. Reminiscing about the work of current teams, the Home Affairs chief said care teams had made about 530,000 household visits, provided some 70,000 instances of basic support services, and organized around 38,000 district activities as of the end of June, calling the results target achieving, with some even exceeding targets. Last year's policy address announced the permanent establishment of the care teams with a 50% increase in funding. Meg pointed out that the performance indicators for the first term focus primarily on quantity, but future efforts will place greater emphasis on quality, including service continuity, whether the service can meet local needs, as well as comprehensiveness of service. Barcelona Cable News.
Clashes between Thailand and Cambodia have continued for a third consecutive day along their shared border, with the death toll now rising to 32 and multiple others injured. Both nations have accused each other of failing to commit to a ceasefire. Fresh clashes erupted at dawn in Trat province, prompting Thai naval forces to launch defensive operations in Trat and Chantaburi provinces. The ongoing violence has forced over 100,000 residents near the Thai-Cambodian border to flee. However, some civilians in Cambodia's Odar Mingche province remain trapped, unable to evacuate. The United Nations Security Council held an emergency closed-door meeting to discuss the crisis and unanimously called for de-escalation. Following the meeting, Cambodia's UN Ambassador Chia Kiel demanded an immediate and unconditional ceasefire. He stressed Thailand's military superiority and insisted his country would not instigate further hostilities. Meanwhile, Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim, the current ASEAN chair, held separate phone calls with Thailand's acting Prime Minister Phumtham Wichanyachae and Cambodian Prime Minister Hun Manet, proposing an immediate truce. While Cambodia accused Thailand of breaking past agreements, Thailand countered with allegations of Cambodian forces attacking a hospital that could potentially be war crimes. Bangkok said it would consider a ceasefire but criticized Phnom Penh's lack of commitment, while remaining open to talks. Popular holiday attraction Barcelona in Spain faces imminent threats as waves now crash perilously close to its beachfront homes after climate-fueled storms devoured a third of its sand in just 1 year. Scientists warn the entire metropolitan coastline is vanishing by up to 1 meter annually, severely impacting the tourism industry. Quentin Yang tells us more.
This is the popular coast and Mongat town. Though artificially expanded for the 1992 Olympics, the golden sanded haven attracts tens of thousands of visitors for its transparent sea and dynamic beach, where the scent of salt water mingles with sizzling seafood from century-old beach bars. Yet today, the beach is a shadow of its former self. Storms have plowed away 70% of its width, leaving staircases dangling over rocks where sand once lay. The crisis reached a breaking point in April 2024, when Storm Nelson's 5-meter waves obliterated stretches of Mongat's shoreline during Easter week. Emergency rock barriers now shield vulnerable properties, but authorities admit these are temporary fixes. Mayor Andrew Apostol said the social impact isn't just lost revenue, it's about losing democratic spaces everyone can enjoy. Experts confirm seas here have surged 14 centimeters in 25 years, while waves grow 30 centimeters taller on average. For locals like Ana Garcia, who summers in a beach hut, coexistence with the sea is in danger. The Barcelona Metropolitan Authority estimates 60 million euros is needed for permanent solutions, like breakwaters to replace feudal sand replenishment efforts. However, experts warn that the clock is ticking, projecting a 1-meter sea level rise by 2100, which will not only erase its sands, but also its economic lifeline. Quentin Yang, Cable News.
On to the weather now. Mainly cloudy with isolated showers, very hot with sunny periods during the day. Temperatures will range between 28 and 33 degrees. Now let's take a look at the weather around the world.
That's our news tonight. I'm Jeremy Zhu. Thank you for watching and good night.